What is going on, everyone? So, I'm super excited to do a special guest live. I am going to do more of these. This is something that I've been trying to set in place, but been a little busy. So, the Instagram lives have been, a little bit behind. So, I'm going to let these girls pop on. And don't mind my glasses. I stabbed myself in the eye with a nail. So, hi.
Hi.
That's Celeste, and I believe Felicia will be here in just a second. So, thank you so much. Oh, Felicia just jumped in. Let me get her in here
Yeah.
and we'll go from there. So, I was just kind of doing a quick intro. I've been wanting to get special guests on here. I'll do like a little intro for you guys too, because you might not be familiar with Pro Chat. Hi, Felicia.
Hi.
So I am Brittany Shea, Be Shea Fit on Instagram. I started doing Pro Chat like actually off my page, and I transformed it into a special Instagram page because my page was just like all fit model content, and it wasn't
Yeah.
about it wasn't about
Naturally, of
me.
course.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'd like post so much data and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, like I can't just have my page just be fit model.
Yeah.
Because I know
It's
other
such
people
a
that
tough
follow.
balance, right? It's like how much personal, how much like bodybuilding. I know. I know.
Yeah, yeah. So I've had like a lot of guests on my personal page, including like Robin Mayer, who did the Wasatch, and I've had other girlies, pros last season, like in the fall. And then this year we started off the year, Liz Swan and I doing the pro chat. But I have not had any other guests on, and it was something I've been wanting to do. So I was like, all right, let's roll with.
I'm flattered.
Oh
Flattered
Yeah,
that I'm
thank
my
you
even
for
like
having us on.
considered now like a pro. Like, yes, of course, I'll join.
I know, how fun, right? How fun. And it's really cool to see you guys like win the overall, and universe is special to me because that's where I got my pro card. We had blue though.
Okay.
We had blue. You guys I saw with green now, so that's cool.
I know. I was always manifesting a red card, but I was like, I guess green is for good luck, so I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah. Felicia, yours has a flag on it, right?
It's
Okay,
literally
yeah,
right
that was
here.
new, right? I feel like that was new.
Okay, so another cool thing is those are my two favorite shows, Junior USA and Universe, because I got second at Junior USA, and then 4 weeks
There you
later
go.
got first at
Mhm.
Yeah.
Universe and Open. So, and I'm also a masters athlete, so of course I know you were in the 35, you weren't in the 40, but like I'm like okay, that's amazing as well. Over 35 or 35. I don't know how old you are.
37. 37.
37, nice. So
Yeah.
37 winning the overall at Universe is just incredible.
So surreal.
So,
I just had my second baby 2 years ago. So
Wow.
I just never in a million years, really. Like if I told my husband, if somebody asked me to bet money, if I was going to win the overall, I would not have bet on it. I would not,
well,
you know?
you looked incredible. Both of you look incredible. Felicia, I was following you your whole journey too, and I was like, that girl's got the look. But both of y'all killed it. And honestly, actually, I saw you, Celeste. It's Celeste, right?
Hmm.
I saw you actually the Texas show. I saw your picture and like I used to pose similar to how you were posing. And I'm like, yeah, that girl's got a pose similar to me. I was like, that's
Okay.
fire. And I was like laughing because now we both don't pose that way. But anyway,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she looks good.
I thought that was a good pose back in the day, but now when I compare them, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it evolves. And Felicia,
It
I
did.
mean, you change your posing a lot all the time too. And I,
Yeah.
and I would be honest, in the pro league now, Felicia's done a show, and I want to get into that definitely. I want to
Okay.
ask you guys some questions, but changing your posing is something that happens in the pro league. Let me be very honest.
Yes.
Like it just tends to happen because they might give you a little feedback. They might be like, you might need to do this. You might need to change something here and there. They might not tell you that at all. I'm just saying it's very
Mhm.
common that
Hmm.
like even some of these top girlies, they're like, can you like tweak this a little bit? So I'm
Mhm.
very interested. So anyway, thank you both for coming. I want to do a quick intro. So Felicia, I'd like to ask you, since you got your pro card at Junior USA, was that your first pro qualifier?
I did Pittsburgh a couple weeks before that.
Oh, that's right. I watched you, and you were in the overall. but
Yeah.
you just missed it because they only gave pro cards to the two open overall, right?
Hmm.
Out of
Yeah.
4. Ah, so you
So
just
close.
missed it. Yeah, you looked great. I remember because I
Thank
was there
you.
competing in Pittsburgh. So
Hmm.
very awesome. And what did you change to go into Junior USA?
My posing again. I think I changed my posing with every single show. I don't know, there's one show my posing was the same at. But I changed my posing, changed my hair, my makeup. I did it myself actually.
Oh,
Didn't love my makeup, but didn't like the makeup I did myself. Actually liked my makeup a lot more in Pittsburgh, but I think I liked the hair better. Just kind of like down, like not like because it was they did like a hairstyle which my hair was like up, and I did not like that.
oh,
So
like too much volume?
I think too much volume.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Sometimes that can make you look like a little older, or you gotta be
Yeah,
careful with that volume.
it made my forehead look like huge.
So would you do so when you went into your pro show, did you have your makeup done or did you do it yourself?
Actually did it myself, and I
Okay.
like that one.
Oh, you did like that one. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Listen, if you got the skills to do your hair and makeup, that saves a lot of money.
A
Celeste, do
lot.
you do your hair and makeup?
Yes, and this time I actually decided to pay to do, like get
Oh.
my hair done. I feel like the makeup is my favorite part of show day, like, getting ready, glam, the music. I love doing my own makeup. Yeah, the hair, like you said, they kind of did a lot of volume. And when you first looked, I was like, okay, I feel like a pageant queen. But then, yeah, in my forehead and some of the photos, I was like, why
Yeah.
does it look so big? And I do feel like it almost made me look a little bit older. So I think
Hmm.
next show, I kind of just want it flowing, like soft waves, not too much
Hmm.
hairspray or volume or anything.
Me too.
Yes, I agree. Actually, my last two shows, I use the same hair person. So I use Stage Ready Hair. Her name's Charity. She's the bomb. I do clip-ins, extensions. But anyway, she like had like a lot of volume, and I do have a picture of it. It does look pretty fire, but like she goes, "Oh wait, I forgot. You don't like that much." So she like actually pulled it down.
Yeah.
And my husband thinks I should have more volume because I'm so short. I'm only 5'1.5", and like when you're on stage with all the pros, they're all taller. Like there's everyone's different heights. But I still feel like when I used to have volume, it makes me look a little older, and I'm trying
Yeah.
to just keep things simple. So I think
Yeah.
I'm going to
Hmm.
stick with what I wanted.
Yeah.
But it's tempting because it is really pretty when you have like the
And it's kind of in right now too. I feel like a lot of pros are kind of, even the bikini pros have like a lot of the volume. So when you see it, it's like, oh, it's so glam,
yeah.
but then when you look at photos, you're like, I don't feel like it looks like me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
agree.
I think it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So Felicia, when you went to Junior USA, you got the overall of what did you get for feedback?
So Becky Clausen was the head
Love
judge
her.
there, and she just told me to jump into a pro show. She told me specifically that she actually really liked my posing. So I took the same package and went to St. Pete, but got completely different feedback. So that was, I mean, I'm really glad that I did it and just finally stood in the lineup with all the pros because you don't know how you look until you stand there. So I'm glad that I stood next to everyone and I was like, my posing looks really, it just did not like blend into the other girls, and that's what I
Was
noticed.
it different than Junior USA?
It was not.
Oh, it was the same. Okay.
Hmm. So yeah.
That's
I
interesting.
feel like that's what
Yeah.
I'm nervous about. I feel like the posing, like all the extra sassiness is not natural to me. So naturally I would want to just go into and just do the regular pose that I did like in the last few shows. But I feel like, yeah, the pros add so much sass. It's longer. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like that's intimidating thinking of a pro routine.
So a little because this is fun because I've done what 4 pro shows now. So little feedback for you guys. They actually I went like so I was thinking the same thing, right? So I'm like, well, my posing was like a little basic at Girl Power.
Hmm.
That's not why I
Exactly.
didn't do well at my debut. That's they actually said my posing was not the issue. It was just my peaking. I was trying to go for a soft look. Yeah, no, not for me. So anyway, that wasn't my feedback. So I was like, let me go like kind of crazy, kind of fly, at Pittsburgh Pro. They hated it. They said for the first time they're going to give me posing feedback. It was way too out there, way too
Yeah.
much. Because I thought that's what like. I'm like, maybe I want to pose bigger. I'm going to look so small
Yeah.
in Pittsburgh, and all this stuff. And I looked just big and like not in a good way because I was posing way too massive and way too dramatic. Like I tossed my hair. Don't. Just
Yeah.
just don't like I'm gonna tell you, one of the judges, the top judge, he judged Pittsburgh and then he judged me at Miami Pro and then Southern USA. But Miami Pro, he gave me feedback to go into Miami 6 days later. He goes, just try to like just tone it down and change your pose. He liked my Junior USA pose from the year prior, and he's just like, bring that, be very,
Okay. That's
So
kind of
my
reassuring.
yeah, so just keep it simple, because
Yeah.
after the Miami, he was like, that was first call out, and like that was first call out
Okay.
level posing, and I'm like, oh, so just keep it simple, keep it
Okay.
composed. They
Even
did not
better.
like that. Yeah, they did not like that all out there for me. So it's per person, because there are
Sure.
some girls that are a little bit more out there, but it really works for their vibe.
Yeah.
But I would go with what you won in.
Yeah.
Obviously Felicia tried that. Obviously she's making some changes, but like do that first before you make any changes.
Sure. That
Mhm.
makes
You
sense.
change too much at once, you won't know what was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I would do. So
Mhm.
Celeste, so tell me, I actually know because I looked at your history. I only know because Bruna was my posing client and she was talking about you, and I'm like, let me
Okay.
go find out about this girl.
Yeah.
And I saw that you did nationals.
Yeah.
So that was that your first pro qualifier?
No. No, no, no. I've been competing for a long time. It's 10 years. I first stepped on stage in 2016. I was 27 years old. I don't know what I was doing. And obviously it was bikini back then. No posing coach. And then it wasn't until 2019 where I think I really was like, okay, I'm gonna do a national show. And I've always done decent, like first call outs, in like the local shows. And then I got fourth place on my first national show in bikini. So I was like, okay, like obviously I'm going to keep going. And then COVID happened. And then it just shows kept getting pushed and pushed. And then I just brought a package that I wasn't even happy with. I had been prepping for almost like 2 years at that point. And then I took a break, a long break, and I had two babies. And then 5 years away from the stage, I didn't think I was going to compete again because I know I would get eaten alive in bikini. At this point, like I lost muscle instead of gaining in those 5 years because, I had two back-to-back pregnancies. And then Fit Model came out last year. And I was like, well, I kind of miss competing. And it was just kind of like, just for me, I was like, after babies, I just want something small, maybe just a local show. And once I did a local show, I got first. I was like, well, naturally, I'm just going to try to go to nationals. So I've done 12 shows in total. This was my 5th national show. And then, it's just, I got my ass kicked to me at nationals in December. I went from, getting first at Texas State.
Yes.
And I went to last call outs, and that's the worst I've ever done. And it was just, it still kind of hurts me to this day. I think I'm like a little scarred. I was so lean. I was, like I lost like Texas State. They're like, don't change a thing. And then my previous coach was, and I were like, well, it's nationals. Let's come in a little leaner. And then I dropped like 6 pounds in like a month. And for someone who's 5'2", 5'3", it's just a lot for me.
It is a lot.
And I spoke to Sandy afterwards. Every judge was like, you're way too lean. You see my photos. I was dry, sharp tie-in.
You were dry. I saw. I was like, wow.
It was not a good look. And and then I hired Team Atlas. And, I think everybody knows Team Atlas. And he's just dominating the fit model, arena. And then I wasn't going to prep again. I was like, okay, I'm kind of scarred from nationals. That was like, man, that was a tough one, because I really, really thought I was gonna win my pro card. I was like, this is it. Like, I just really believe it. I really believe it, and I got good feedback from Texas State. And then once I started working with James, like a week later, I was like, all right, I'll just give it one more shot. I got to give it one more shot on his team, like being coached by him. And I won the overall, 2 weeks ago. At my first regional show, and I've never won an overall. I've gone first before, but I've never won an overall. And I did it in the open, and they didn't do masters, but I got the open overall. And then I got, this past weekend was just, I feel like it still hasn't hit. Like I keep telling myself, I was like, I always thought I would feel a certain way just winning my pro card. I always thought I would cry on stage. I've envisioned this for like years. Okay. Like years. And yeah, when, I got it, I think I just in shock. Like,
Yeah.
and then and to get it in open too. And not just to get it in my class, but to get the overall, I feel like it still hasn't hit me. I was like, I just don't even know how to process all this because it's been a long journey. A
And
long
you
journey.
got the overall in 35, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
35 and open overall,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
amazing. I
I was
love
like,
it.
me, 37 with like two babies? Okay.
Listen, Universe is fire like that. Universe, I tell everybody the little story that last year there was four of us master athletes that got open pro cards. Like
Yeah.
Universe, like in masters, I don't know, it's a thing because four of us were over 40 in the
Yeah.
masters that got. Two of us got the first place in open, me and Anna. And then
Yeah.
Jen's been running the circuit and killing it in 40. So like, yeah, Universe and masters it must be a thing. I'm like over here for, here for it. Cause there was
Yeah.
a couple other masters too in open, which was very exciting to see. I
Yeah.
loved watching the show. You guys, you looked amazing, by the way. So
Thank
definitely a deserved win. Do you have a pro show planned?
Yes.
You don't have to share. You don't have to
Yeah,
share.
no, no, I do. James, my coach, asked me what the plan is, and I was like, look, I feel good, and I was gonna leave it up to him. I was like, if you think I should just focus on growing, I'm okay with that decision. If you think we should go, I'm
Oh
good with
yeah,
that. Like I have the
perfect.
energy to go.
Yeah,
And he's like, there's a show with the same head judge that judged me at Universe, and he's like, I think he liked your look, so let's just do it. I was like, okay, let's do it. So
yeah. So are you gonna share which show? Or are you gonna?
I think I'm gonna do the Texas State. Not
Oh,
so
the
there's Texas. There's two
Texas
Texas
Pro.
States.
The Texas
Yes, so
Pro.
but it's the one in July. So not the one that's coming up. I think in like recently. There's one in July,
August.
August, August.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
August.
It's August 15th, same weekend as Nashville Fit Show, which is great.
Okay. Yes, that's right. That's right.
Which we're excited about because that means there's two girlies gonna get their open
Yeah.
qualification and be at the same weekend, unless
Yeah.
someone obviously like tries again or whatever they want to do. But I'm thinking there's gonna be two new girlies, which is super
Yeah.
exciting in the same weekend. So I love that. I love that
Yeah.
because you've already been in Texas too, and it's just that's a good move.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you for
I live
that.
in Houston, so I was like, it's
Oh.
easy for me to just
Mhm.
drive over there and we'll see.
Keep it easy, and that way
Yeah.
like he can work on whatever he wants for the next few weeks, and it
Yeah.
gives you a little bit of time with your family. It's hard being a mom, so
Yeah, the guilt. That's probably was the toughest leaving because it's the longest I've ever left them. The first time I left them was just last year for 2 days just to go compete at nationals in Dallas again. Close. So, yeah, it was tough, and like it's already kind of setting on me that I'm gonna leave them again. But
will they ever
I
come
got
to
to give
your
it a shot.
shows?
So,
Are you gonna have them come to your shows or no?
no, I just feel like if I hear them, I don't know, I don't distract me. Just because when I did a local show here 2 weeks ago, just trying to get ready in the morning with both of them all over me, it's too much. It's too
Can I
much.
give you a mom secret for like future reference? So
Yeah.
I've had my daughter at all of my shows this year, and I book a separate room. they
Okay.
they book a separate flight.
Okay. See, that makes
Um,
sense.
my husband's listening to the protest, so he's like, yeah, but yeah, he'll take her out and do stuff. I
Yeah.
say no child until after prejudging. Um,
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
it has worked out. I understand
Okay.
the difficulty, but like for future, you don't have to do it for your pro debut. But I'm just saying that's
Yeah.
something that has worked for me, and
That
it's
actually
been
is,
helpful.
that's a good tip. Yeah.
Yeah. So Felicia, what was your feedback from St. Pete?
My feedback was that I looked a little bit too muscular. I was posing a little bit big, and as I was definitely like one of the shortest girls in all of my comparisons and lineups. So I thought I was like, I'm probably really small. So I was trying to pose very big with these
Yeah.
taller girls, but then turns out I was posing a bit too big. So
Yeah.
my feedback was just to pose down and streamline the look a little bit.
Mhm.
So yeah, working on that with posing, I think a lot of that could be fixed.
Yeah, you have like such a great look, so I'm excited. And I know we had chatted, and you're coming down a little bit in weight too, just to kind of
Mm-hmm.
compact yourself. Because I do think, like, obviously, I think a lot of us do come in similar weights to like where we got our pro cards, but like I know you've kind of manipulated your weight up and down, Felicia, for your amateur shows just based upon your
Mm-hmm.
feedbacks. So just trying to find like your ideal like look, I'm assuming, right? Is that kind of
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, I feel like I do have a little bit more muscle because I'm also
Yeah.
so short. There's only so much room for it to go.
Yeah, you're bubbly. I
And
love it.
yeah, that's something that Becky said she really liked about my physique at Junior USA's. But yeah, just working on kind of like posing to showcase my physique and not look so muscular. So definitely like taking my stance in a little bit. I know we talked about this.
Yeah. No, I'm just because no one else hears this. No one else hears
Yes.
this is the chat so girls can learn from you guys because
Yes.
it's empowering to learn from others so that they can like maybe make some small tweaks or decisions and changes that they need to maybe win. So I think it's really
Yeah.
helpful. I know we have talked about that, so I'm trying to pretend like, I don't know what you're saying, but yeah.
Yes.
Like posing more streamlined. And it's funny, I don't know if you guys got to listen to the judges chat last night. And if you haven't, you guys can watch the replay. It was Becky and Sandy and Mo and Bernadette, but they were talking about streamline. And someone goes, what is streamline? So streamline is pretty much making everything kind of cohesive and kind of all together. Not one body part will stand out more than the other. So that's what they mean by streamline, if anyone has ever gotten that feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
very like helpful, but like I have no doubt you just trimming down a little bit, compacting yourself. I would say like what I see as a common theme is like just some ran wrap look, is like kind of what the pro league, I mean amateur too, but like what the fit model look is just saran wrap kind of to the body. It's tight, but it's not like bikini lean and it's not
Mm-hmm.
dry, but it's just tight, like everything's put together. You're very well balanced. You've got the ratios, you've got the top line into small waist, into the legs. And you both demonstrate that beautifully. Obviously, winning overalls is incredible at your pro qualifiers, and those are both great pro qualifiers. Once again, those are my two favorite shows. And do you have another show picked out, Felicia? You don't have to share it if you don't want to.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at a couple of shows going on. I know there's a lot in August, so
Yes.
probably gonna do one of those. And maybe a couple of natural shows too this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So there is a show every weekend in April, August, almost in April.
Mm-hmm.
Every weekend in August for pros, which is super exciting. It's going to be very like intense.
Yeah.
I
I'm really
know.
excited. I'm really excited about it. We got Tampa, then we got Atlanta, then we've got Texas combined with Nashville, then we've got Pennsylvania, and then we got North Carolina to wrap up the Olympic qualification opportunities, right? Then you go in the first weekend of September already has one, I think, in California. So that's exciting. And then they just keep rolling. And then there's one the week
Mm-hmm.
after Olympia in Vegas.
In Vegas,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
and those are new opportunities. You guys got to remember, even though that qualification ends, doesn't mean you can't qualify for next year early, which would be ideal.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So
of
you
course.
can, yeah, so you can hit those September ones, back to back.
Yeah.
And then the natural, if ever anyone's listening, you're pro maybe, or you're gonna go pro, the natural way is you qualify by getting first or second in a pro qualifier, natural pro show to qualify for Ben Weeder. Then the Ben Weeder, if you win Ben Weeder, you can go to the Olympia. So
Yeah.
that's how that works. So
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have a natural pro show the same weekend of Tampa. So that's
Oh.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
a natural pro show. It's in Toronto. So that's on
Mm-hmm.
Sunday. So that's a good option and a good route to go too. And they are a bit smaller because I think a lot of people are trying to get that open qualification. Um, so that's kind of nice too. Like a smaller show sometimes is nice. Like I actually did, two big shows, Girl Power than Pittsburgh. And then I was like, yeah. So I went to Miami Pro, it's just masters. There was like only a handful of people. I'm like, I need this for like a redemption, like take some load off of me. Like I like a small show. I'm like, I'm going to a smaller show. I'm like, this is good. I need this break because like those two shows were huge, you
Yeah.
know. So
Mm-hmm.
it's sometimes you almost need that for like a little like redemption. Vancouver's a show that's in July though, so Vancouver's
Mm-hmm.
another great option because it is a bit smaller, typically. Now I don't
Yeah.
know who's going
Yeah.
to show up this year, but but that would also be a great show. So it's kind of nice to talk about, you know, the options. Do you guys have anything you could share with girls looking to go pro that could inspire them to keep going, or any tips or tricks? Anything that we can kind of leave here at the end that would be helpful?
Well, I think for me, it's just, I mean, for someone who, you know, for some people, they win their pro card right away. I went against a girl who was 19 in the overall, beautiful package. You know, it was probably her first national show. And it's just like, I just realized everybody has their own journey. Obviously, everyone knows that, right? But to just not let it get to you. I think it takes a certain type of person to be in this sport. And you know, you could tell backstage, there's people that it really gets to them, you know, like placing, feedback and stuff like that. And like for me, I think what's been able to keep me in this for 10 years is just to not take it personal. I mean, this, at the end of the day, it's about just always improving, right? And I think some people really take it to the heart, and it just kind of like puts a damper on this sport. And I genuinely love this sport. I think there's always something to keep pushing for. Like I told my husband, I was like, okay, my goal was always a pro card, and now my goal is a pro show, you know, like winning a pro show. And it's just, whether that takes me, whether it happens the first time, whether it takes me like 5 years to get there, like I feel like that's the beauty in the sport, is that there's always something to keep fighting for, right? And just, I think my personal advice is for the people that, you know, I was next to some girls that they've also been competing for 10 years, and it's just to do it for the love of the sport. Like for some people, it's just, you know, they're the blessed, gifted ones where it happens right away and they just go and kill it, you know, every show. And then for others, it could take a long time. And I know some people say they wouldn't change anything. I'm like, well, maybe I would have liked to win sooner. I'm not gonna I was like, I probably would have loved to have won like a few years ago. But it was a really amazing experience. And like, I'm just glad I never stopped, basically. I'm glad. And I even told, there's this judge, I don't know if y'all know her, Kimberly Shepard. And I posed with her a few times. And then I posed with her right before I went to Universe, like the week before. And I was like, oh my gosh, people are probably like, look at this lady, 37, still fighting for her pro card. She was like, no, you know, and it's just like, but it was such a surreal experience. And again, I think it's just if you have it in your heart to, you know, you have this goal, this passion, to just not give up. You know, again, I was last call outs in November. And there was, I think, 38 girls in my class. So to get last call outs, it was like a low blow. I was like, yeah. And here we are. Like, it's just so surreal. And yeah, it's just, everything got me to this point. So just to not give up, you know, and you can do horrible at one show and literally just turn it around at the next. So to just keep going. That's my advice.
That's great. That's great advice. And your story is very telling for that. You know, you never gave up and you just kept going, and you made some changes that obviously worked for you, and your package is beautiful. And we're really looking forward to seeing you on the pro stage and see how that goes. That's going to be a new journey. I will kind of I try to give everyone like that inside, like, okay, now the pro league is another level. Like,
I can't
totally different. As Felicia knows, she's like,
yeah.
oh.
Yes.
We all got that this year. We were like, oh boy.
I was humbled fast.
Yeah, it's the humbling experience when you when you do your first pro show. Felicia, do you have anything you would share with anybody that could be helpful?
Yeah, something that I just think about when going to shows is that everyone on the stage has worked just as hard, or maybe even harder than I have, to get on stage. I mean, nobody goes to a show hoping that they're going to lose. Everyone goes to a show hoping that they're going to do well, but there's only one winner. So it's like just taking everything with a grain of salt, improving your package. And I feel like before I would think of the other girls as my competition a lot more, but now I'm like, okay, realistically, I just want to beat the package that I brought to St. Pete and just go in it knowing that everyone else has probably worked harder than I have. So, yeah.
Well, and you know, That's probably not true. But the part is you don't have any control of what happens on show day. So like comparing yourself to others is not going to do you any favors because you have
Mhm.
no idea what the judges are thinking when you're on stage. That person could have an off physique that day. They could, just not present themselves well. Social media can make people look better than really in person sometimes, or their placements can change drastically. I've seen drastic changes throughout the pro, especially in the pro level. And then the pro
Mhm.
level, they're looking at everything like this, where you could like get third place because your tan was off versus first place. Like
Mhm.
everything is like this nitty gritty because everybody looks so good now, right? Like now you're next to everybody that like looks incredible, and you're like, okay. So all you can do is bring your best and improve your package, like you said. I totally agree.
Mhm.
That was such good insight. Like that's the only thing you have control over is
Yeah.
did I get all of, did I get my meals in? Did I get my posing in? Did I get my training in? Did I sleep? Did I manage my stress? Did I get my hair and makeup on point? And then once you find something that works, try not to change it because it can make a big difference in the wrong direction, because we start overthinking, we start
Mhm.
comparing and overthinking, and then that can kind of put us in the wrong direction. And that's only speaking from, hey, Liz. Liz is on here. She just popped in. Liz and Swan and I talk about this all the time on our pro chat is like, yeah, we've all been through that. Like we make all these crazy changes thinking like, yeah, this is going to work. And then it, it backfired because it was bad decisions. So I, bring your best package that you just had and then go from there based upon judges feedback for sure. Do you
Mhm.
guys have anything else you want to leave for statements before we head out?
I do want to piggyback off of what Felicia said because that is so true. Because years ago, I used to like obsess over like trying to, I'm like, am I going to compete against her? Like really focusing on the
Mhm.
competition. And I will say, like, this time around, like, I just, like she said, again, I was just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's going to be there. I really just stayed off of social media. I barely even posted about, this show. And I was just like, the only thing I can control is what I'm bringing. And as long, I just reminded myself, everybody looks good. Everybody pays,
Mhm.
flew all the way out here. Everybody spent all this money, all this time, this weeks of prepping because they came in with one goal, the same goal as me. And so just a reminder to people that are, about to step on stage, it like the placing doesn't take away anything from you. I remember telling myself, I was like, if I don't win, it doesn't discredit my physique, how I look, or all the work that I did. It just means someone came in better and I can't control that. And I actually think that's like really great advice because that's something I just kept telling myself over and over
Mhm.
again, like going into the show. I'm like, okay, I can only control one thing and that's just me, right? So it doesn't even matter. There's no point in like obsessing over who the competition is or anything like that.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
that's fantastic advice. Anything else? I'm going to make sure I upload this on YouTube so everyone can re-listen to it. But do you guys have anything else before we finish up?
I think I'm just really happy about the fit model category, and it just, I feel like my first ever competition season, I did bikini, and I felt like that really was not compatible with my lifestyle in any way, shape, or form. I
Mhm.
was also in college doing my first prep. So, yeah, now having fit model, I feel like I'm really, really grateful for the opportunity to actually integrate competition into my daily like life. Like I know you messaged me because you saw me eating like bread and butter.
Dude, she
I
eats straight bread and butter. I'm like, okay, because I track macros, so like I gotta have flexibility. I
I
made
can't
like a
remember
two
last
month
time I've
meal
had
bubble.
butter on prep.
I was so done. I was like, can we please talk about this butter all over your bread right now? Like, listen, I get it because I used to be like an extreme flexible dieter back in the day. I used to be a power lifter, so I'd be eating like the biggest creations ever. And I still track my macros, okay, but I eat very like simple. So I was like
Right.
dead when I saw all the bread and the butter. Which
I eat
is
every
fine.
day.
That sounds
Clearly,
like a delicacy, to be honest.
yeah, clearly you look great. I was just like dead. Like, and that wasn't the first time I've seen the bread and butter, but because I already like invited you on here, I'm like, can we please talk about the bread and butter at least once? But obviously, I mean, it's working fine for you, and I think that's amazing. I am very restrictive, like going into a show just to tighten things
Same,
up, very
same. I keep
precise.
it simple, keep it same.
Yeah,
I put
but
no thought
yeah,
into it. I'm like,
But obviously with flexible dieting, there's always like those benefits where you might have a better relationship with food and
Yeah.
I keep things a little more flexible. Like in between these shows, I've been more flexible
Yeah.
and then I tighten things like honestly by Thursday, I'm actually creating a meal plan with my macros and sticking with that going into my next show. But and same with my clients because I notice a little less flexible, they tend to lose a little more weight. I'm like, isn't
Yeah.
that funny? I
Yeah.
don't know. But it's just because of the being so precise and like
Yeah.
sometimes things can go the wayside. Obviously, it's working well for you, but I was so dead. She had like 4 pieces of bread, I think, with like
That's
8
amazing.
pieces of butter. I think I was like,
The metabolism of a 20-year-old.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe,
my metabolism has been really good to me this prep.
Yeah.
So I'm just grateful that I'm able to eat a lot of food and still be able to maintain this physique. I feel like definitely was not able to do that my first ever prep. I was not eating a lot. I was so hungry, hangry all the time,
yeah.
did not have any energy, but this prep I feel like I feel really good.
That's awesome. All right, my husband did ask one question, and then I'll let you go. But what did you guys eat? He wants to know what did you have for your first meal post pro card win?
Well, okay, I'll go. I'm a burger girl, and what's funny about that, I was basically raised a vegetarian. I was vegetarian for like 20 years, and my first prep, my first coach had me start eating chicken and turkey, and then when I was pregnant, I started eating beef because that's just what I was craving. And it's all I ever want, either a steak or a burger. So I Ubered Eats a burger to my room, and it was the best thing ever.
Love it. And what did you have, Felicia?
I had a chicken parm, so it was really good.
Did you eat at the, I'm sorry, this is because memories. Did you eat at the hotel at Junior
Me?
USA? Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I went out to eat, yeah.
Okay, because a bunch of us were like eating at the hotel, and I'm like, they're
Really
good there. Yeah, it was good.
Oh, I didn't even
love
know.
that. I love that. I love that whole like show. Like, it's such a good vibe.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Charleston.
And it went fast.
Yeah.
It went really fast.
It was so good. And I actually ate at the Universe Hotel, so I guess I'm a loser because like I literally ate at both of the hotels for my meals. I'm like, well, I guess it was easy. But
yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. I will save this on here.
Thank you.
Yes. And I will be
I told my husband, I was like, they want to interview me because I'm a pro now. I was like, okay. I've been waiting years to say that.
Like, yes. It's probably not going to hit you for like 2 more weeks. I do remember that. I was like, whatever. Like when I just got my master's Olympia qualification, like it didn't hit me for like a week. And I'm like, what? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What?
What? I was like, I'll wait like a day till I change my Instagram. I was like, I've envisioned it for years. I was like, okay, Saturday. I was like, IFBB Pro.
I know, like that's usually the first change.
I didn't want to do it the same day. I was like, I'm gonna give myself like 24 hours.
I love it. It's so exciting. And honestly, they always remind all the pros, like anyone would give their left foot or their right arm to be a pro. So like try to appreciate every moment of the journey and your placings as a pro. Like it's still like such a rewarding.
I feel so just grateful, really. Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't get their pro card, because it's a lot of work, obviously. I mean,
I already told my husband, I was like, I'm going to be that 6-year-old competitor on stage. And if I didn't get it now, I still would have been fighting for the pro card in my 50s and 60s, So yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you again, ladies. I will save this and feel free to reach out whenever. Make sure
Thank you.
I'll see y'all on the pro stage.
Yes. Pro chat, please. Like when you guys are getting ready for a show, like I like occasional tags and I'll reshare just because it's nice to kind of share, what the girls are doing and what shows they're showing up. And I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.